एक समोलोगिस्ते तो किरियोते agathos alleluia
Otis tonneona toeleo saftu alleluia.
Of a child who hasn't reached menstruation is acceptable in Islam according to Surah. And so pedophilia is approved of. So that's not a sexual sin, yeah? 65:4. You're familiar with this. Surah Talaq, Ayat 4. Ayat 4. Yeah, I could take this here for you.
He don't even know how to wash his backside. He's talking about religion, this guy. He don't know.
Let's see what the scholars said on this ayah.
No, let's read the ayat first.
Okay, read the ayah.
So if you, it's here in front of you,
Worship your Buddha. You're a Buddha worshiper.
here, Surah At-Talaq, ayat 4. And for such of you women as despair of menstruation, if you are in doubt, their period shall be 3 months, along with those who have it not, and for those with child.
With child?
Yeah. And for those with child. So three categories. Second one, those who have menstruation, no menstruation. You can check out all tafsirs if you like. The tafsirs are clear. These are pre-pubescent girls, young by age.
What do you define young?
Well, the ones who haven't yet had menstruation, 6-year-old, 5-year-olds, and so on.
The scholars and the jurists in Islam, they have banned marriage under the puberty age.
Did you read 65:4?
I read
Pre-menstruation. Can you take one of the tafsirs and read the tafsir?
Of Ayatollah Sheikh Makarim Shiraz, a Shia scholar.
Oh, you're a Shia Muslim.
Yeah.
You're a Shia. Okay.
So we have difference of opinion.
Sure. That's right. But the point is, the Quran is clear. Whether you disagree and reject the Quran is a different story. Now let me ask you another. Let me ask you another question. Is there anywhere in the Quran which gives you the idea that there is a lifelong committed relationship between a man and a woman?
Yes, of course.
Where do you find this?
In Surah, we have the ayat that talk about marriage, al-hayah al-tayyiba, and all of that, and also you have in the hadith, a lot of hadith.
But please listen carefully. I'm focused on the length, lifelong commitment, and I'm focused on the number, one woman, man and a woman, one man, one woman, until the end of your life. According to Islam, is it one man, one woman until the end of your life?
Yes, could be. Or could be even more than one woman.
Yeah. So clearly, of course, it's not one to one. So already this is a sex party. You're talking about multiple women. Are you familiar?
In the Bible, I believe that there are some prophets that married more than one woman.
Yeah, some people in the Bible were bad in this regard.
Prophets.
Yeah, some
Prophets.
who you call prophets have made mistakes in the Bible. But that is not you follow. I completely agree.
You can't follow these prophets that are from your book.
But please listen carefully.
These are prophets.
But please-
let me talk now, if you excuse me. God sent these prophets so you can follow them.
But please listen carefully.
Abraham, Moses. So if they married more than one wife, we can marry because we are followers of these prophets.
But please listen carefully. If you don't know the Bible, I'll teach you quickly. According to the Bible, no human being has ever been perfect. There was only one God who became a human being, who was Jesus. Outside of that, none is presented as a perfect example. All sorts of people have failed in all sorts of ways, but the doctrine still stands. God created as Adam and Eve, Adam and the woman. One man, one woman. Later on in the book of Malachi, if you go through the book of Malachi in the Bible, God says Most of you men are not with your wife of your youth. So God's expectation, even by the time of the end of the Tanakh, was one man, one woman. And this is the same expectation that goes into the New Testament, where clearly the idea communicated by the apostles, one man, one woman, until the end of life. Like how God created. Now, many quote-unquote prophets have messed up. The Bible recognizes the fact that they are messed up, and the Bible calls them out. And that is what prophets have done, sexual mistakes. But what I find problematic in Islam is that in Islam, no one even knows that there is a thing called sexual sin. Every one of you, four ladies at a time. So please define to me what sexual sin is precisely, if there is no such thing called one man, one woman, lifelong for you.
Now you see that it is a sexual sin. You see that.
That's what God saw. God of the Bible, one man, one woman, lifelong.
Your belief, you saw that as a sin. But Allah does not see that as a sin.
Exactly. So you see my problem. What's your name?
Majid.
Majid.
Yes.
You see my problem. I read the Bible and I am clear what God doesn't like. I read the Quran and please let me finish, Majid.
I have not.
No, I haven't finished. Well, I read the Quran and what I find is this. I find everything that God of the Bible calls out as problems approved legally in the Quran. In other words, I see Islam as a religion of sin approved. Do you see what I'm saying? Everything God of the Bible calls as sin, Islam has approved.
Give me one example.
And that is a problem for me. And so that's what I'm trying to ask you. One man, one woman is not in the Quran. So I spoke to you about 4 women at a time. Are you familiar with the idea that across the Quran, there is no place where across the Quran, there is no place where the Islamic Allah commands the man to love any of his women. Are you familiar with this? There's no way you'd find that the men are...
The hadith...
not in the Quran. I'm focused on the Quran.
No, you can't focus on one thing and turn down the other thing.
Which hadith do you have in mind?
Well, we have in Al-Kafi, we have in Sahih Muslim.
Do you know when that was written?
It doesn't matter when it was.
No, it does matter. I am focused on...
The Bible was written when Jesus was alive?
No, in the same century,
Yeah, in the same century, there was hadith books.
That's not true. Which hadith was
We have Kitab Sulaim ibn Qais al-Hilali,
Yeah,
one of the companions of Imam Ali.
What is the manuscriptal evidence for this?
Of Kitab Sulaim ibn Qais?
Yes, being written in the same century.
It was written after the Prophet's death in a couple of years at the Khalifa.
What is the manuscriptal evidence?
What can you explain the...
No, you're claiming something.
I'm claiming
What is the evidence?
Of this book?
Yeah. Currently,
Yes.
everyone who deals with manuscripts, skeptical scholarship which goes by evidence, is aware that for a couple of centuries after Muhammad was supposed to have gone, no one cared about writing anything outside of the Quran. So you are claiming something contrary to that scholarship. So I'm trying to find out what evidence you have.
First of all, there's a difference of opinions between the companions of the Prophet, between writing hadith books, writing hadith about the Prophet.
Sure.
Some Sahaba, by their ijtihad, they have said it's wrong because the people will mistake it for the Quran. And some other...
You're giving me more stories. I'm interested in manuscriptal evidence.
Yes,
have you got manuscriptal evidence for the hadiths you have in mind?
We have ulama ilm al-rijal. Ilm al-rijal is it's a science in Islam like fiqh and ilm, Quran knowledge and all of that. It studies the people who have, when there's a sanad in a hadith, I heard from someone, and I heard from the Prophet. These scholars, they study these people, their life, what have they done?
Majid, I'm asking about manuscriptal evidence. You're telling me about a story. Are you, my dear friend, Majid. Manuscriptal evidence. You can claim anything you like.
Yes.
Anyone can claim anything they like. They need to provide evidence, historical evidence.
I have one answer.
Please.
We'll follow the prophets that you saw that they were mistaken.
Say again.
You said that the prophets have mistaken marrying more than
The
one.
prophets of the Bible had all sorts of problems. Yes.
I mean, we'll follow them.
Yeah, I completely understand.
And also, when you are saying,
Here-
let me just get one point. If you are saying that these prophets have done mistakes, that's a contradiction.
My dear
to the
friend,
mind.
please, Majid, please. Don't teach me the Bible.
You're teaching me the Quran.
I am teaching you the Quran because I'm showing you. You're not showing me. You're just going on a rant.
I'm not going around.
Majid,
I'm trying to get
Majid,
the point, but you're not.
nowhere in the Bible would you find the Bible saying every prophet was perfect. Nowhere would you find. Only
That's
God
wrong.
is perfect.
Only
And so,
God's perfect, then
so
why did he
I'll
send
return to the topic I had. So 4 women at a time, no love. The man can beat women up.
No.
You don't see that in the Quran?
No.
No? What if I showed you?
This ayah that you are referring to,
Yeah.
the Mufassirin have said, hit it when she's extremely disobedient.
Yeah?
Not to the
Can we
man.
read?
Okay, read it.
Yeah, let's read. Which do you remember which ayat that was?
I don't exactly.
Yeah, let me get the ayat and quickly let's read.
And also the scholars have said when you are beating your wife, not beating it by hitting her and all.
No,
that.
please. I want to focus on one point because you've already said something which is not true.
Okay, well you.
Yeah, no, one
have
true.
I'll have a call.
Yeah, sure. Let me. But don't go away quickly.
No,
Yeah?
I'm not going.
Okay, so let me.
أنا يما والله في السبيكرز كورنر. اوكي. بس
So Surah 4, Ayah 34. Let's read. Surah 4,
Surah 4.
Ayah 34.
Which surah is this?
Surah An-Nisa, Ayat 4. Men
Surah 4.
Ayat 34.
It's the first time I've seen Brother Paul armed. Usually he's like very combative.
So you are Catholic or Protestant?
Let's please read this. I am a Christian.
Which Christian?
I am a Christian.
Catholic.
No, I am a Christian.
Jehovah Witnesses.
Please, Richard, please. Men are in charge of women because Allah has made one of them to excel the other. So clearly men are more excellent than the other.
No, not in
And
that
becau-
way, not in that way.
In what way is this?
Let's say could be in strength.
In whatever way, can you see one party excels over the other? Does it say the other party excels over the former in some situations? Does it say that?
That the mother is better, that the woman is better than the man.
Yeah, here. Does it say that?
That ayah.
It doesn't say that, yeah? So this one is a one directional, men are better than women, and it goes on.
But we cannot take only this ayah. We have to take the.
Is
whole
there any
Quran.
other ayah which says the reverse?
I mean, we have in a hadith.
No, you're not interested in that. I am quoting the Quran. You're going all the way to the hadiths all the
No,
time.
we cannot,
Are you interested in fancy stories from later times? Are you interested in the Quran? So let's read. And because they spend of their property. So good women are obedient, guarding in secret that which Allah has guarded. As for those for whom you said only in extreme cases, yeah? Yes. Let's read the condition here. As for those from whom you fear rebellion, please don't come too close. Maintain distance. He's coming too close, you see. He needs to maintain a bit of he's a violent man. But anyway, yeah, please. But you're too close now to you, sir.
I'm not a Islam scholar or Ayatollah or Imam
Your
Shafi'i.
Ayatollah is clueless. I'm asking you. You look like a sensible man.
No,
So I'm asking you if you know better. But please, let's read. So for those, my dear friend, Madrid.
Madrid.
What's your name? Sorry.
My name is. Just call me
Mag.
Al-Mushraf or something.
Al-Mushraf. As for those whom you fear rebellion, can you see? As for those whom you fear rebellion. In other words, if you are doubtful about a lady, you are doubtful. That's all it takes. What are you supposed to do? Admonish them and banish them to beds apart and chastise them. So if you just have doubts, you can do terrible things to them.
What is this translation?
This is the Quran.
I want to see the translation.
This is the Quran. You can try any translation. Do you want to read in Arabic?
No, I want to see.
Are you an Arabic reader?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I show in Arabic? The same thing.
I just want to see the translation.
This is Pictal translation. Pictal. Very popular English translation. I can show you Sahih International if you like. I can show you anything else. You can read from Arabic if you like. The underlying meaning is the same. If you suspect her, let's say you had a bad day when you're going home. Well, people are,
We have to see what the scholars said. We cannot just.
Do you care about what Allah says?
I care, but I don't. It's not. I cannot.
No, one
understand.
second, my dear friend.
We have to.
Do you, between Allah saying something and some other fellow with a kullah saying something, what do you respect more?
What do I respect or what do I follow?
What do you respect more?
Of course, Allah.
Yes, and I'm showing you what.
But who do I follow? I follow the.
Well, you
other
better
one.
follow who you respect.
Yeah,
Allah
no.
is saying, if you doubt, if you fear rebellion, if you are doubtful about someone, what do? Admonish them, banish them. So clearly, you have problems. So at this rate, clearly, you won't be delighted, one man, one woman. Clearly, you won't be, yeah?
This is which ayah?
This is Surah 4, Ayah 34.
Let's see what the scholars say. Could I?
No, I seeing what Allah says is enough.
No. If you don't want this,
You can find out if the scholars disagree with Allah, please, if you want to find out. Hey.
Come on, man. Go on, get him.
And we're on WWE Live.
Live, yeah, that's it.
It's him. It's him.
Hey.
That's not a fight, you big
Are you... So, how do you deal with sexual sin at this rate?
Me personally,
No. How does the Islamic Allah help you deal with sexual sin? He doesn't know that you need to be focused on one woman. He doesn't know that you need to respect that one woman, love that one woman. He doesn't know just because you are mentally ill and you have suspicions that you can't beat her up. He doesn't know any of these. At this rate, how are you going to have a holy, one man, one woman relationship?
I mean, God talks about ihsan in the Quran a lot, and akhlaq, which is manners in the Quran a lot. A lot, even in the way that people speak to each other. Even when you're giving speech to people in Islam, not like here. Some people here are good speakers. The ayah, when you are talking to people, بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة. Hikmah means with the, what's it called?
But could you focus on sexual sin? How does the Islamic Allah deal with... No, Islamic Allah has bad manners when it comes to sexual sin. He has bad manners. He doesn't understand.
If we had bad manners, our families in my country, they would have bad manners.
Which is what we are seeing across the world.
No, we are not seeing. I'm in a Muslim
We are seeing
country.
all sorts of problems across the world in Islamic communities when it comes to married relationships. We see problems across the world.
In Western countries, the what do you call when they are both, the divorce rates are much higher than the Muslim countries.
That is irrelevant. I am talking about the fact that Muslims, where are you from?
From Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, Muslims are shouting out. Only recently Saudi Arabia even allowed a Muslim woman to drive a car. And women were shouting out from Saudi Arabia, asking for help across the world. Women are asking, please don't deny obvious facts. Women from the UAE are asking for help across the world. Say, hey, look, get us some rights. Women from Iran.
Women have
how
more
women...
rights in Saudi Arabia
Say again?
than in a lot of places.
Yeah, maybe more rights than Afghanistan. But that's not good enough.
In UK, they have more rights.
Saudi Arabian women have more rights than women in the UK. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
You're right. Okay. When did you wake up? Just did you wake up? Did you, after saying that
They
statement,
have
did you wake up?
rights in Islamic way.
Please help me understand. How exactly do the women, the Islamic women, have rights equal to Islamic men?
You don't see it. It doesn't have to be equal.
So you are a human being.
Yes.
A lady is a human being.
Yes, of course.
So intrinsically, you're meant to be equals. Are you married?
No.
When I had children, my first child was a girl, is a girl. My second child is a boy. Now, she didn't choose to be a boy, the first one, and the latter one didn't choose to be a girl. They are who they are. For me, both are precious children, equal, intrinsically, in value. Does Islam appreciate this anywhere at all? Can you show me one passage somewhere in the Quran that men and women are intrinsically equal?
I'm not a scholar, first of all, to answer.
No, but you're good. How old are you?
18.
Only 18. Okay. So, but how old? A little bit older than that. But
A
that's
little bit or a lot?
a little bit. You look like maybe 30s or whatever. But maybe that's your beard. You know, I recommend to you.
I'm just an 18-year-old in college. I'm studying mechanical engineering. I really
No
don't know all
problem.
of
But
this.
at least you know what you're saying, and what I'm telling you is important. Sexual sin, if I could summarize in this way, my dear friend, God of the Bible cares about sin. And by that, what I mean is, He wants men and women not to be sinful.
Even God in the Bible.
Not so. Let me summarize. You tell me what I have demonstrated so far is God of the Quran, the Islamic Allah, doesn't even get his definition right. According to the Islamic Allah, 4 women at a time, no problem.
Even in the Prophet.
Beating women, no respect, no problem.
No. You have to respect.
No love,
Respect
no
number one.
problem. My dear friend, don't do what Allah hasn't asked you to
This
do.
is my mother.
Okay, lovely. So,
Am I oppressing my mother or something?
are you his mother? Yeah. Now, tell me please, you're from Saudi Arabia. Are you visiting the UK?
Sorry?
Are you visiting the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in Saudi Arabia, according to Islam, are men and women intrinsically equal?
Yes, they are.
Intrinsically. So, please tell me, in what way, according to the Quran, are men and women intrinsically equal? You're asking me, you can tell me. If you're intrinsically equal, you could tell me.
It doesn't have to be equally. Women have some. No, let's talk in a natural way. Men have some jobs, natural jobs to do. Women have some natural jobs to do. Can you make a woman work in construction working?
My dear friend, you're misunderstanding. Please focus on the problem carefully. For example, there are differences between you and me, yeah?
Yes.
You are a mechanical engineer or studying to be one. I am a computer science engineer. Even if you were studying computer science engineering, there could be all sorts of other things in which we are different. You're not me.
Yes.
We are different. So differences I appreciate, I understand. So likewise, even if between two men there could be differences, clearly of course between men and women also, completely understood. But I am focused on the intrinsic equality. When, my dear friend, yourself, are you allowed to go alone in public? You are allowed to. Are you? When exactly were you? Do you drive a car? When exactly were you allowed to drive a car in Saudi Arabia?
Like 10 years ago?
Just not long, not even 5 years ago. Prior to that, they didn't think that was permissible. So I am focused on the intrinsic equality. So how exactly, according to the Quran, you are Islam is
Just
essential.
because I don't want to him videoing me with this behind me.
Well, that's I'm not him. I can't. He is him. No.
No need to take photos.
No. We were having a conversation on camera. So one final time, in what way are men and women intrinsically equal according to the Quran? Please, you are his mother, so you should be able to, based on your experience, help us understand how exactly men and women are intrinsically equal.
I don't know. I
No, you should ask the scholars this question.
No, she is a practitioner. She is a woman. She has been a woman for a while. And I'd like to find out as a practitioner, as a Muslim woman who comes from Saudi Arabia, what her thoughts are based on experience.
Do you think she is oppressed?
Say again?
By the looks, do you think she is oppressed?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How would I know? Look, there are people who beat others up, and I don't know what happened. So I'm trying to find out.
Something.
No, please.
Have you heard that some scholars?
Please focus on the Quran. How are men and women intrinsically equal
This
according to
question
the Quran?
should be said to a scholar of Quran, a mufassir, Ahl al-Tafsir, not an ordinary Muslim like me. I'm
You
not
are-
a mufassir.
Yeah, you are an ordinary Muslim, but your mother is
I
a
follow the
practitioner.
scholars because the Quran said,
I'm my dear friend. You agreed that men and women are not equal. You agreed. Yeah.
in my way,
According to Islam, they are not equal, and that is all I cared about. So I just wanted to find out from the lady. Okay, she has moved away. Okay, fine. Thank you, my dear friends. Say again. Oh, the mic. So I just wanted to. Yeah, the microphone is on. So that's all I wanted to confirm. So my point is, my dear friend, I am a Christian. When you come to Jesus, you genuinely would be treated equal to a man intrinsically. In heaven, men, women, sexual differences would not matter at all. But in the Islamic Jannah, there is the man, 72 virgins. There's no woman, 72 men. You don't find that. So even in eternity,
let's get my
Islam
mother out of this.
Islam is oppressive and evil. Islam doesn't care about sexual sin, and it is oppressive and evil. So I invite you, as you have come to the UK, I invite you to carefully consider the points I have raised. I invite you also to carefully consider
Let me ask Jesus.
the points I have
Jesus,
raised.
I'll say to Jesus. Jesus, pray to the Father, to God, to guide me. I'm making tawassul.
Jesus spoke to the Father. Spoke. So now I ask you, first of all, to leave the Islamic Allah and to speak to Yehovah. That's what I invite you to do, because the Islamic Allah seems to be a terrible man.
No.
Yeah, he seems to be a terrible man. So thank you very much. Lovely to see you. God's blessings. Please, maybe it's time to leave Islam and come to Jesus Christ. In Jesus, there is liberty for you. In Islam, there is oppression. Even if you're given a little bit of money, there is oppression. So I invite you to come to the precious Lord Jesus.